Nowadays, as technology advances, many people resort to chatting online instead of writing emails, sending letters, or making use of the phone. With their busy schedule and never-ending information wanted to be given out, people use casual language to express emotions, phrases, or words. Take my recent chat log with my friend for example.
If you're not a frequent user of casual language, this conversation might have made no sense to you at all. Let me explain it to you. People tend to omit vowels and use short forms of letter combinations which sound the same as a word to represent the actual word itself. For example, the letter U here is used to represent the word YOU, and NOE is a word combination that is caused to represent KNOW, no. The middle letters of what are deleted, and vowels are taken off from happened. The @ sign is used to represent the word at, and the number 2 sounding like TO2 is used with today, tonight, or tomorrow. It is also evident that people ignore cases and do not offer coherent punctuation. Vowels are omitted from teacher here, and also from tripped. Excessive exclamation marks are also used to emphasize emotion. LOL is a short form of laugh out loud, and OMG stands for oh my gosh. RELI is another word combination for really, and XDDD indicates that the person is very excited and happy. ROFL stands for roll on floor laughing, and vowels are taken off from next. BRB stands for be right back, and TB is short for toilet break. T.T is a symbol to indicate crying because it looks like a crying face, with the T's being the image of the eyes and the tear streaks. And G2G stands for got to go, with TTYL as talk to you later.
So what do people think of internet language? Lots of busy teenagers and adults use casual language, with internet language as a part of that. Casual language is found in text messages or chat rooms.
It seems that now even casual language has invaded people's minds. But actually, we shouldn't criticize it immediately. For example, we have 2 interviews here of 2 different people expressing their views on casual language. Here's an interview with Professor Liu from the Department of Computing from the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. Hi, here I am with Professor Liu of Department of Computing of the Hong Kong Polytechnic University. So, Professor Liu, you don't agree with casual language. What are your reasons for that?
You mean casual language in internet chat?
Yeah, or just any simple informal language.
Well, I don't approve of it, not because of the use in the chat room, but because of its influence in our day-to-day language use in other places. For example, people tend to ignore the upper cases and lower cases, and they use short coding kind of language. That may be useful for quick communication, but people tend to use them in their regular writing, which is, in my opinion, wrong.
Okay. Well, have you ever thought that casual language may be a form of creativity?
Well, the created language itself is a creative process, so it cannot be completely not creative, but it does not promote creativity in other forms.
Okay. Well, is there anything else you'd like to express about casual language?
Well, basically, I'm not against using those in certain environment, but if it is propagated into certain other places, like writing, that to me is not acceptable.
Okay, thank you. And here is an interview with Mrs. Silvedario. Hi, I'm here with Mrs. Silvedario, a frequent user of casual language. Hi, you use casual language a lot. What are your reasons for doing that?
Since I'm working here as a domestic helper in Hong Kong, and I'm away from my family, and I think it's one way that we can communicate with each other.
Yeah.
And it's one sort of communication which is cheap and a lot faster.
Okay. Have you ever thought of casual language as a form of creativity?
Yes.
Yes?
And somehow it's a trend.
Okay. Well, thank you. Do you have anything else you'd like to express about casual language?
casual language as in texting?
Yeah, texting.
Oh, as what I've said at first, it's some sort of a trend, and from my experience here in Hong Kong, at first we used to do writings because telephones are far away at that time, and right now mostly people are using telephones, so it's part of the casual language we're now using, and it's a lot more easier to use.
Okay, thank you.
It seems like nowadays people don't really think of casual language as a form of creativity. Casual language is not a sudden invention. It evolved slowly from a language entirely manually, slowly spreading through media. Maybe casual language proves that people nowadays really do not think again before they start criticizing an issue. Innovative phrases and emoticons like SOKL, meaning slam on keyboard laughing, here show blatant language creativity on the creator's behalf. So how positive or negative is internet language? Let's think of it this way. When species evolved, we blamed them for overpopulating our Earth and their damages to other species. When technology evolved, we blamed them for the increase in crime through the internet. However, species evolved so that they could survive longer, and without existent animals and species, we as human beings will also lose a main source of food. Whilst technology, on the other hand, brings us benefits like the faster grasp of information, the dissemination of important news, and the enhancement of communication. So therefore, language should be allowed to evolve too. People right now may still think that casual language does not benefit us in any way, but in this rigid society where most people opt to conform, isn't it important that there is a means for people to be creative, creating their own language? Also, casual language helps save a lot of time. For people who want to communicate, sending short messages on the phone are cheaper than a call, and also the shorter the messages, the less they will be charged. Therefore, people use short informal language for the sake of saving money too. So actually in the end, whether casual language helps preserve evolution or actually really is a detriment to our language skills is not important anymore. In the society we live in right now, monetary issues arise every day, and time is also becoming increasingly important. People are being criticized for not being original and creative enough. Casual language is a means to save money, time, and show creativity as people keep on creating their own language. It all amounts to us in the end. It's about us thinking again.
Another way.